Hey guys, welcome to the sixth episode of the Boundary Line. It's been an eventful week at the IPL. We've seen teams come from bottom to top, in the top four, top five, and we've seen teams which were short now struggling for the top four spot, right? So just your thoughts on that. What do you think is happening with Chennai and RCB especially?
RCB is a remarkable turnaround what they have done with the bat, with the ball, players who are not performing. Bowler Siraj, I'm happy for him because again he has to come and play for the World Cup, so he's back in form. Karan Sharma has done he's got some inputs there, and I'm really happy that they are there. They are there in touching distance of maybe they can qualify.
Do you think they will qualify?
Yeah, I want them to qualify. Honestly, it actually it's for them. It depends on Hyderabad also. If Hyderabad lose two matches and RCB obviously they are going to defeat Chennai. That's what I feel because it's at Chinnaswamy, and batting first maybe they'll just score a good one.
As we've discussed before, Travis said the French porn star. If he starts fucking the teams like he does, right? I don't think
But
RCB or anyone stands a chance in front of him.
But that's what with SRH the issue is that if Head and Sharma are gone, there's no one who has performed till that level.
Right.
If you get those two wickets, then maybe a team can win.
भाई 7 ओवर में 150 रन मारते हैं यार वो लोग.
तो अभी उसमें कुछ नहीं कोई कर सकता है.
भाई SRH का लास्ट मैच पंजाब के साथ है and Punjab is going to be playing without Sam Curran, without Bairstow, without
The English players.
English players.
Yeah. The English players are good.
and even some of their injured players.
I think
Kagiso
even
Rabada.
if they were there, Punjab would still lose. It doesn't make a difference if Sam Curran or Bairstow.
But RCB is going to miss out on Will Jacks.
Yeah,
That's going to be a
Will
big
Jacks is
miss.
not there.
And Will Jacks has been a key player for them.
I think what has happened is since our first podcast also, right, we have been shitting on RCB, we have been trashing RCB, and it is because of them largely. I think the mistakes they made with team selection, the mistakes made with domestic players, and in the auction and everything, right? Spending 11.5 crores on Joseph and other people like that, correct? Now, what has happened is, especially in the last 2 weeks, right, since Will Jacks has come in, since Cameron Green has started performing, and of course Virat with banging with his strike rates also.
Patidar.
Correct. Patidar 4 or 5 50s in the last few games. So I think what has happened is the cohesive unit as a team. That 1 run loss against KKR, right? Where they lost by 1 run. I think that was the last game they lost. So after that, I'm very sure they regrouped and they're like, we this close. And because I think 1 or 2% chances of your qualification were there for top 4 after their loss. So they were more like, let's just go out and play, let's play a natural game and we'll see whatever happens.
Play for pride.
So I think that has worked out very well for them. But what do you think? Are they going to be in the top 4 or no?
Definitely, I feel they are going to be in the top 4.
So what are your top 4?
Top 4 for me would be KKR, RR,
That's obvious choice.
SRH and RCB.
So, if for that combination to happen, right, on Saturday there is a game between RCB and Chennai. Do you know the conditions out there?
Right.
RCB has to win within 18 overs if they
Right.
bat second.
Right.
If they bat first, they have to win with 18 balls to spare.
18 runs.
18 balls.
18 balls to spare.
Yeah, they have to win with 18 balls to spare. I really doubt it at Chinnaswamy. Anyone can win with 18 balls to spare, so that's out of question. 18.1 overs could be done. That's not a problem, but still very far off. Yeah.
I would go with CSK and RCB as the two other. Banking on SRH losing the 2 games.
Correct.
That's the only way this combination works out.
I believe that RCB may miss out, and of course they've had a phenomenal run. Credits to them, but it's very easy for them to miss out. And of course in Bangalore, I think there's a 70% chances of rain also that day. So if
That's
it rains, then
That's again.
then
luck.
it's over.
They're luck.
That's their luck.
Absolutely.
But coming to this top 4, there was LSG who has won 5 out of the first 8 matches.
Right.
And now they have won only 1 out of the last 5 matches. They were a good contenders for the top 4. What do you guys think about the drop in their form?
I feel LSG, again, their foreign core was not as strong. They won a few games based on individual performances. I think Stoinis had this phenomenal game against Chennai. There was Puran who hit in a couple of games. Decock, I don't think he's worked at all this season, right? And they've not been stable with their foreign bowlers also. There was Shamar Joseph a couple of times. I think there was This other guy Chamira played one game. So it's been very
But
topsy
still,
turvy.
if you see the last, they were left with 2 games, one against DC, and I don't know what happened with Rahul. It is at Delhi. It's a batting ground, pure batting ground where you can easily score 230. He goes and he chooses to bowl first.
Right.
It was a must-win game for him.
But I think the Delhi game he's doing it deliberately because of the bashing he got from the owner publicly, and which I believe is absolutely not fair. If we have to speak about how the owners and the relationship between players should be, right? So there is one, let's say it's a spectrum. On one end of the spectrum, there is Shah Rukh Khan, who we see constantly hugging and loving his players, even the opponents for that matter, right? He comes to the ground after every game and he's like, चलो हारे तो हारे बेटा कोई नहीं और जीते तो ठीक है यार एक गेम है जीत के आगे बढ़ो. So that kind of ownership to this kind of ownership which we saw where he's on the ground and there is absolutely he's shouting at him and he's telling me क्या कर लिया and I think that game they lost by what 10 overs, the Hyderabad game which we are talking about, correct?
And if you see ownership wise, भाई वो लोग के लिए धंधा है ये.
हाँ.
पैसे टीम हार रही है तो भी ओनर भर भर के पैसा हर टीम का वाला कमा रहा है.
Correct.
So I don't see why are they getting into the game only. They have so many coaches also to give them guidance, the proper guidance. If you see MI, they have like Pollard is there, Mark Boucher is there, ऊपर से आइकन है, सचिन तेंदुलकर जैसे लोग हैं. ओनर का कोई से ही नहीं होना चाहिए इसमें. वो लोग को पैसा तो आ ही रहा है भाई.
Right.
और पर उसके बाद सही है थोड़ा डैमेज कंट्रोल के लिए ठीक है घर पे लंच के लिए बुला लिया और साथ में फोटोग्राफर को भी बुला लिया फोटो खींचा.
But I think Goenka is known for that. When he was which team? Yeah, Pune. When he was with Pune.
When he was the owner of Pune.
He used to tweet against Dhoni, his own player, and
Yes.
Dhoni with such a stature what he has right now, right? At that time also he used to tweet constantly.
No, him and his brother I think tweeted that Steve Smith is a better captain than Dhoni and it was a great decision by Pune to remove Dhoni and give the captaincy to
Exactly.
Steve Smith. So that was
See again, it might be a better decision, it might not, but it's just unnecessary talk by the owner to kind of create some controversies within the team. If you're doing something outside the team, I understand. You're the owner, you're trying to do that stupid thing, right? But within the team, what? Yeah,
इंडियन पैसा घर पे आ रहा है यार वो लोग खुश रहो यार.
And I think Rahul also, what you mentioned, right? Rahul has not been doing that well. Is because he's got earlier. If you see, he was keeping. He was batting, opening and all. But I think the World Cup snub also got to him. The reality that okay, everything is not.
He was keeping just for the selection so that he may be selected
For the
as
keeper
a keeper.
spot.
But once he was out, then he stopped keeping. And
Correct. So I think that also matters, right? When you talk about psychology of a player,
yeah, in a mental space it does affect the performance of the player.
performance, certain
So
decisions.
yeah, decision. That's what I said because it was really surprising for him to bowl first. It didn't make sense at all.
Absolutely. And again, coming back to just what we were talking about owners, right? Let's say, assume that you are hypothetically you are, you have an IPL team, okay? How do you react in a situation where in 10 overs your team is lost, right? They've been thrashed by someone. What would ideally be your reaction?
See, as an owner, as Varun said, you don't have to get involved in the details. You have a organization structure. You have the head coach. You have the support staff. You have the entire mentors. So you have the entire team to do that. You have appointed them for a job.
Right.
It is their job to make sure that the players are in a good mental space to focus on the weaknesses of the players, where things went wrong, how to improve, and forget that match and move on.
Correct.
Work on the next one, focus on the next match, and see that you don't repeat those mistakes.
Correct.
That's the whole thing. As an owner, you don't have to get involved when you have a team when you've appointed a team to do that.
So you're more on the Shah Rukh Khan side.
Of course.
Yeah, if coming to Shah Rukh Khan also, Gigi has been with Shah Rukh Khan for 7-8 years.
Right.
And he just gave one instance where Shah Rukh Khan was involved as an owner.
Okay. What was that?
Gigi had a very bad start to the IPL. 4 matches,
I think
1
three
run.
ducks or
Yeah,
something.
3 ducks, and
Yeah.
the 4th match he was like 1 run.
Correct.
So Shah Rukh goes to him like, what? Gigi is like, I am thinking of dropping myself. Shah Rukh बोलते नहीं तू खेल तेरे को जो करना है कर पर तू खेल. You be in the team. He, after such disappointing starts also, he's backing his players. That's what the owner has to do in this. If he wants to play any role, back your players.
Owner has to motivate the team. He has to make sure that the team is well motivated and it's a good environment that the team is working in. Such that will help to enhance the performance and get the best out of the people.
Okay, so let's say one end of the spectrum is Shah Rukh Khan, one end of the spectrum is Goenka, and let's say where do you put the money's out there?
वो लोग का कोई साइड और दे आर ऑन अ डिफरेंट लीग दे कम मस्त सोफे पे बैठेंगे मैच देखेंगे
नहीं but अगर समझो let's say it was the management's decision to get Hardik Pandya, right? But at the end of the day, Hardik Pandya costed them around 80 to 100 crores apparently, where under the table some was given to the venture capital fund that is managing Gujarat Titans. So again, money comes into the picture, the owner has to come in the picture. Right?
that's when they come into the picture and that was a wrong call I feel because you, not wrong call like Hardik is a very good player no doubt he coming in the team obviously gives you that extra added benefit but bringing him as a captain was a wrong call that's what I feel because the atmosphere of Mumbai Indians changed after that that's why they are at the bottom of the table this season.
So even AB de Villiers has commented on Hardik's captaincy, saying that it is kind of ego-driven,
Correct.
and the way it might not have been well accepted by the senior players. And there are quite a few senior players in the Mumbai squad, one being Rohit Sharma. So of course that environment has not been very cordial, maybe in the team.
Correct.
That is affecting the entire setup.
So it's not the owners per se, it's more the management
captaincy
and their decision regarding
Also the captaincy style, because that, as AB de Villiers pointed out, GT being a young team, Hardik's captaincy worked very well. It was perceived very well by that young team. But Hardik's style of captaincy is not working here. So even if they got him as a captain, maybe his captaincy style is not working in this team.
Right.
Even if there are senior players it's okay but the the transition how to change your match winning captain Rohit Sharma and to bring him like how CSK did with Dhoni was perfect what I feel. रोहित शर्मा सामने से बोल देता कि भाई this season is my end उसके बाद तुम लोग को जो करना है मतलब you bring him whoever you want that would have been the perfect ideal scenario for Mumbai to get a new captain.
And even like when we see Team India, even Kohli has been the captain and Dhoni has worked under him. So there have been captains who have managed senior players well. So you have to take examples from such scenarios and see how the captaincy works when you are working with senior people.
Yeah, so I think the difference that we can say is that when you talk about Kohli Dhoni, when you talk about Dhoni Ruturaj or something like that, right? It's Dhoni who had decided that he wants to step down.
Right.
Here Rohit Sharma did decide, and that is also I
That-
think got to him in a way
Right.
that I mean, where the hell?
That's
Exactly,
why
like the
atmosphere,
transition.
like in Mumbai Indians is divided into two sides now.
Yeah, exactly. There was this thing also where he's not coming to the hotel, he's staying at his house in Bombay and all that. It matters to a certain extent,
Yes.
yeah, definitely. And I think that's also, so that's where I believe the owners should come in. But again, as we see, right, it's a 10 people, a 10 team IPL, you see different people, different owners, different business styles, and so many other things. So it's bound to happen. But yeah, I believe what Goenka did to Rahul was wrong. And that has also ticked him off in a wrong way. I won't be surprised if he's not selected again in the auction. But again, that's a long way to go.
He
So-
should himself only just move
Get
out
of
from
that.
it. Yeah.
Fair enough, but yeah, coming back to what we were discussing, what is happening in the IPL, correct? What's your top four again?
RR and KKR have already qualified,
Right.
so I would go with CSK and RCB.
So you're betting on SRH losing 2 games.
Yeah, because CSK is a must.
They're not losing Punjab. They're definitely not losing. There's no way they can lose Punjab.
I am hoping.
अरे हरप्रीत ब्रार भाई बॉल बाहर जाने वाली है सारी. हरप्रीत ब्रार उनका मेन बॉलर आफ्टर सैमसन. हर्षद पटेल.
नहीं भाई Kohli winning his first IPL can happen. But they are in a good red hot form.
Yeah.
But it depends on SRH.
That red hot form has come after extremely.
भाई ऐसा ना हो जाए कि SRH और RCB आ जाए और CSK निकल जाए.
That is not happening.
That is
भाई
also
that's what
possible.
creates top 4 is.
Oh, bro, that is not happening because CSK, bro, 18, whatever that rule was, it is not possible to defeat them with such a big margin. Also, I believe now Will Jacks is also not there. They will get in Glenn Maxwell, who is absolute trash right now. The way he's playing.
He's
So,
gonna be back for the
He
World
can be
Cup
a one
anyway.
wonder match also. Maxwell has done that before.
Oh.
एक मैच ही होगा वो वही
But
मैच
yeah, I
खेल
think
सकते हैं.
exciting. It's the game on a Saturday.
Yeah.
We are gonna shoot our next episode after that. I'll see your faces then, and then we'll know exactly why I'm
So
saying.
who's your top 4 again?
It is going to be KKR, first position. Second position is going to be RR. I think we're shooting, the match is going on. I don't know what's happening, but I think they'll lose today maybe.
Two?
That is- They're playing who?
Punjab.
Punjab.
Punjab. Oh.
If they can defeat
Punjab is losing. Oh, I think. Thanks a lot, man. Punjab is, see,
If they can-
exactly. That's my point. Punjab is losing again. I think they were 101 for 5 when we started the podcast. and they're losing right now. So that says a lot about Punjab. But anyway, that's not my point. I think RR comes second. Then third is your SRH. They are going to win no matter what you say. And fourth is CSK, and that's the top four. Unfortunately, I would love if RCB comes in. I'm a big Virat Kohli fan, as you all know. But just because of their own mess and their own decisions, they are not going to be a part this time. Sorry, guys.
No, like I am
We'll
a
see that
Mumbai
next
Indians
week.
fan, so मेरे लिए तो IPL खत्म हो गया है.
Correct. Now, let's say in cricket, right? What we have to talk about is, apart from IPL, what is happening right now is Indian coaches are back for selection. Rahul Dravid has mentioned that he would not like to continue after the World Cup. Correct. So there are a lot of talks. I think we had a last trophy with an foreign coach and his team coming in. There are talks of Gautam Gambhir and other players who are in the fray always, right? They're the commentators right now. May come in. So what's your opinion on how this could be for Indian team?
I would like to go with an Indian coach only. Yeah, Gautam Gambhir or maybe VVS Lakshman, who is coaching the
NCA.
The NCA.
Right.
You know, he might just come for the national team. That can be a good fit.
See, I think बहुत हो गया यार Indian coaches. After 2011, it's only been Indian coaches. I think Duncan Fletcher was there for barely some time. He won the Champions Trophy. But after that, Ravi Shastri, Anil Kumble, Rahul Dravid.
Okay,
There is a speculation, even Stephen Fleming is being
Correct.
considered.
I think he'll be a great coach.
Yeah.
He will
He'll
be
be
a
a
great
great
coach. He will support all the older players like he's done at CSK. So then we don't have any Jaiswal, Rinku Singh, Shivam Dube. Again back to Kohli, Rohit forever.
That's because VVS will bring that youth from the NCA.
Yes, ठंडा है यार.
Next generation.
राहुल द्रविड़ भी ठंडा है यार.
Rahul Dravid
तो
has his. Yes, थोड़ा ठंडा लग जाता है. क्या लगता है?
Very smart है VVS. See, mind जो उसमें mind games करने हैं, जो हिसाब से team build.
I have never seen VVS play mind game. By
See,
the way.
for me, it's like he's already doing his job.
Okay.
He's already coaching, so it's good. He has a set platform.
Right.
He knows what to do. So it's better for him to be the next national, if he accepts the job, obviously.
One thing that happened which was really cool this week when I saw Chennai playing their last home game, right? Of course, it could be Dhoni's last home game and everything also. But the fact that they had that entire lap and they were throwing away tennis balls and just trying to interact with the crowd. They had an announcement which was done before the game.
Correct.
That everyone stay back. This is something that there is some exciting surprise for you. Of course, there was speculation because of that Dhoni might retire or something like that. Of course, he didn't, right? That was scary. But it's a very cool thing they did. I think that pushes cricket to that football level wherein club loyalties are tested. Wherein you understand as a viewer that how fans are staying back, that thousands of fucking people staying there, right, and just catching some random tennis balls. So I'm not saying that it's
Not
like
random, they were signed by Dhoni.
correct, but again it's a random tennis ball, यार. It's वो PL में जैसे होता है, right? They take the lap of honor, respect the crowd and everything. That's coming here, which we generally don't see with the country cricket also. I mean, what happened in Ahmedabad, we just left. It doesn't matter with the loss. We just left the stadium right after the loss. So here people still stayed. So yeah, I mean, I think how the club cricket is moving is very good, and more and more initiatives should be taken.
But I feel this is also a Dhoni factor because when you see the Chennai game at Ahmedabad, you would have seen more of yellow shirts than the Ahmedabad fans. There
All
were
games.
more
I
Chennai
think
fans.
All
anywhere
games,
you do.
even one
Most
shade.
games, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's more like a Dhoni factor and how he has been able to build that fan base. And CSK has obviously leveraged that Dhoni
Correct.
brand name and the brand image to create that fan base and create that brand loyalty.
Correct. No, and I think Dhoni as well, right? That factor which you mentioned. There is Pat Cummins, there is Steve Smith, there is Sam Curran, there is all these foreign players, right? Josh Butler, he recently said that I have never heard anything like it when Dhoni comes to bat. It is greater than whoever past players were there, which were great. Sachin Tendulkar, there is Vivian Richards, there is Ricky Ponting, so many others, right? And nobody's ever seen such a stardom. And we see it, right? How Dhoni is also injured and still interacting with the fans, playing for his team and his fans. Maybe last season, maybe not, we don't know. But unreal, right? What that man is trying to do right now.
Definitely. And like even Pat Cummins has said that 1 lakh people at MCG cannot match the 30,000 people at Chennai.
Absolutely, that's crazy. But yeah, let's end this segment. I think it's been interesting considering how differing our top four picks are. So let's make it a little more difference in our opinions. Tell me who's gonna win the IPL according to you.
Rajasthan Royals.
Chennai.
Rajasthan. Chennai. You said they're not in the top four.
No, I said Chennai and RCB are coming. SRH is
So Chennai is winning according to you.
Yeah, it's the finals at Chennai.
Hmm.
And this, what you mentioned, ke Dhoni ka bhai, it was the last league game, so they did that thing, which was a good thing.
She's saying the script has been written.
Yeah. It's at the finals at Chennai, and considering this season Dhoni's got a big leg issue, so
Right.
it's difficult for him to come back the next season. Obviously, I want to be wrong.
भाई वो आने वाला है यार. वो
I want to be wrong, but
इतने बाल हो जाएंगे फिर भी खेलेगा उसको मुझे नहीं. But yeah, I believe this season could be SRH's.
SRH?
The level of cricket I have seen from them, and when they've won, it's outstanding. Including Jaydeep Unadkat is taking 3 wickets यार in SRH. वो राजस्थान और जगह पिकता था भाई. इधर आके 3 विकेट ले रहा है एक मैच में. These Head and Abhishek Sharma, I'm not even going to talk about them. They have this good all-rounder Nitish Reddy. I think they are a great team. Bhuvi is in prime right now, full form. So SRH could be, according to me, could be winning this.
SRH से better तो यार KKR है यार. KKR is a team, only team जो हर बंदा खेलता है उसका. Like Sunil Narine bro, he's the MVP this season.
But
Like,
that's
full
why,
team.
that's the problem. That Sunil Narine is only playing. Phil Salt is going to go.
Gurbaz, they have a good backup. तो, bro, what is the issue with Gurbaz?
भाई there is no issue. गुरबाज हम बात कर रहे हैं इधर ट्रेविस हेड और अभिषेक शर्मा का देखो.
बट वो मैं SRH का वही है ब्रो. वो दो गए उसके बाद इट्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम.
Correct.
If
Let's
they
see.
give that, if they don't give that start, फिर क्या है? Klassen has not performed.
अरे भाई ठीक.
On and off.
Again,
On and
it's
off.
basically this is where we continue the next episode also, and hopefully the top 4 that we selected is going to be a great banter next time.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. But thank you guys. Thank you for tuning on to this episode. Stay tuned for more updates on our channel, The Boundary Line Cricket Uncovered, and please like, share, and subscribe so we can get some more amazing content for you. Thank you so much.